Hi, thanks for coming by the ANI website in order to print your free soft photo book. You will be able to create it here, and I am going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to give you some shortcuts so that you don't have the steep learning curve like I had. I want to get you going nice and quickly, and hopefully I'll answer all your questions right off the bat. So you'll just be able to create your photo book very easily. And then, of course, we're going to want your feedback. So hopefully this tutorial will be very helpful for you. I'm going to go as quickly as possible, but there's some things I have to get through. So let me do it right now. I'll get started. Here we are. You got to ani.com, and we want to order some products, in this case a photo book. So we are not going to sign in or anything. We're just going to go to Shop Now. And we go to Shop Now. We see a drop down, and we see prints and headshots and photo books. And we are going to print a soft cover book. That's the product you're going to print today. We wait for a second, and this brings us into the soft cover photo book page. And this is not quite finished yet because our website isn't live, but it looks a little bit different. However, you're just going to come to the 5x5 soft cover photo book, and you're going to click on the image right here. And this is going to take you to the soft cover photo book page. And you'll see some verbiage right here about the photo books. And basically, what we want you to do is customize your photo book online. There's two choices. You could customize it online, or you could download the book creator and create a photo book on your desktop. The difference there is that with the downloaded book creator, there are a few more options that you might have, kind of frills to fill out your photo book. But we want you to use the customized online one because it's transportable. So once you create your project and you save it, if you're not finished, you could call it up on any computer with an internet connection, and you could do it on your laptop or your desktop or your iPad. And if you're working at home, you hit save, and then you could come to our lobby, and we have a computer there, and you could call it up, and you could ask questions to the staff. Maybe Rebecca or Jason or Cooter could help you out, and you could finish your or continue working and save it, or you could finish it and print it right there. So we're going to go to Customize Online. You hit the button, and off we go. It's going to take you straight to the book creator. What you see right here is the sign-in feature, where if you already had signed in and you have an account, you would obviously put in your details, and then your past projects would come up if you had any, and you could start working on them right away. Or you create an account, which you are going to do, but for our purposes, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to just continue right now as a guest, and then we'll worry about the sign up later. Here we are in our 5x5 book, which is a square. You can see it's a square book. Each of these pages is 5x5. Here's the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. These red blocks will not print. It's just so you know where you're at. And if you look down here, you'll see here's the cover, here's page 1, and then here's page 2 and 3. You could click on the pages down here, or you could use these arrows over here and navigate that way. So we're going to start with our cover, but one more housekeeping detail is here's the language up here. If you speak another language, like Nihongo, you could click right there, and the whole page will turn into Japanese, right? Or if you speak Spanish or whatever, just go to the language of your choice and continue as a guest, and then you'll be off to the races, and we can start your project. But we're going to go back to English, because that's the language I'm comfortable with. I'm going to continue as a guest, and now we're going to start creating our book. If you look up here, these are helpful tools that we'll use in a second, but the most important thing we need are pictures. So we click on the blue Let's Go Get Our Picture button. We don't have any projects yet, so we're going to upload our photos. Now, I'm going to show you my desktop a little bit. Here, I'm going to go to desktop, where I've created a folder right here, and that corresponds to this folder over here, if you see. So in this folder, I've already dropped in a bunch of pictures of my boys' hockey team playing in Vegas. I've sorted through them, and I've created this folder here called Keepers. These are the ones I'm going to want to use for my book. And if I open it up, there's several items here. It says 47 pictures I'm going to use to fill out my book. and that's going to be great. What I did though is if you right click on the folder, you can use these color tags, and that's going to help you. So when you get over here, back up here in the upload screen, you see the color tags right there, and you can quickly find your folder. I'm going to double click on that folder, and I'm going to find my keeper folder. And then inside here, these are all the 47 pictures that I want to use for my book. So you could do a Command A and select all the photos, or you could go to the top and click on the top one, scroll all the way down, and then hit Shift and click on the bottom one, and that will select all of them. And then, of course, hit Open, and that's going to import your pictures into the book creator. This is our book creation tool. Now you can see over here on the left, all the pictures are starting to populate. So you can hit this arrow, it will expand the import photo feature, and then we can see all the pictures that are coming in to our project. And we can use the zoom feature, and we can look and really be sure which pictures we want to use for our project. So I'm looking and I see, oh, here's the team photo page. I'm probably going to want to use that for the cover. So I'm going to, again, reduce that so it's all the way on the left side. And then I'm going to scroll down and find that team photo that I'm going to want to put on the cover. So all I got to do is click on it and drag it, hold the mouse down and drag it over and drop it right there. Now it's just going to move the picture around. And what I recommend, because this is the front cover, I'm going to cover the whole page. So I'm going to go right on the border of the spine, and I'm going to drag it open the whole way. Make sure you go into the pink area, because that's the trim. You want to have some bleed. You don't want to do it right to that line. You want to go over the line so that we're sure that there's no white trimmings when we cut the book. All the space inside the dotted line is the live area. All the pink area is not live. That gets trimmed off. So here we are, and we look at our picture. I can't really move like I said, if I just hold the mouse down and move the box, it's going to move the whole thing. So what I got to do is double click the picture, and it takes me here. Now this box right here is really the crop area. The shaded part right here does not print, and everything in the clear part prints. If I hold this down, I could change how big my live area is going to be, but the proportion stays the same, because that's what the page proportion is. It'll be bigger and smaller. So I want to get all up on the people, but I want to leave some space on the bottom because I'm going to put some text down there. I could already pre-plan that. And I hit the green button and it says okay, and there we go. That's pretty good. So like I said, down here at the bottom, I want to add some text. So I just click off of that picture. I click anywhere here on this page. Here I'm on the picture. You could use this little arrow here and go back to the main toolbox, right? And we're going to add some text. Here's a text box, and I'm going to double click in the text box, and here we are. So I'm going to type in the word champions, exclamation. Okay, so I say okay, and I'm just going to close my text box because I'm not going to put anything else in there. That's pretty much what I'm going to write. And I'm going to format my text. Let's see. Well, let's just move it over. Let's not do anything yet. Let's move it here. We'll put it right there. I don't know exactly where center is. So one quick way to know exactly where the center is, go to that line and then open it up to the other side, right? Then we go to align text and then center. And bam, it puts it right in the middle there for you. So you don't even have to guess. That's right in the middle. Also, if you go back to the main tool, you could go to the format text button, and now you look at this and you say, well, maybe I want a different text. Let's use Firecat, for example. There we go. Now we're champions, and let's change the color to red. There, that's looking awesome. So we got that, we're champions, we got our picture. I want to put some text on the spine right here. So another text box, I'm going to click add text. We're going to double click it, and I'm going to write LA Junior Kings, right, 2017. Looking good. So I say, okay, now that's pretty big, but I'm going to close this out because I'm not going to add anything else. I want to put it on the spine, but obviously I got to rotate it. And there's a rotate button right here. So I hit the rotate button to the 2 times, and now it's up and down. The reason I'm doing this tutorial is to give you guys shortcuts so you don't have to learn this. Go back to the main toolbar, so we go to Format Text, and this is too big, so we got to get it in that spine, which is really small. Go to the smallest one, scroll to number 6, and there you go. Look at that. It's going to fit right on the spine now. But like I said, if you lose it, just click on the text, and you'll get that box back. Go to the top line there, and then drag it all the way down to this line here. And guess what we're going to do? Take a guess. We are going to align the text to be centered. So let's see. We are there. Align text, center, and bam! It's right in the middle. It's like magic. Looking good. So, all right, that's pretty good. But we got this whole big white back cover that isn't all that special. So what I'd like to do is add a background. I click background, and I'm going to pick pink. All I got to do is hold down on the pink, drag it over, and there we go. Ooh, but that's not looking so good. I don't have to erase it, however. All I got to do is pick another color. Let's say this gray. I go like that. No, that's not so special either. Let's just go with a nice blue. There's some more colors over here. Here's a nice blue. All right, well, that's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. My cover's looking good. All's well, right? Let's move on to our next page. I could click on the number 1 and go to the first page, or like I said, I could have used this arrow right here to go from page to page. Now here's the first page. I want to put a fun photo on there and get everyone engaged right away. So this one right here is of our friend Giuseppe, and you can see he's really smashing that boy into the boards. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit bigger on that because we want to zoom in right there. But get your dimension right, just the box how you like it. Don't worry about the photo yet, remember? So let's see, just like that. Double click the photo, and now you're here. If you want to zoom in, crop it down, get a small crop just so, you just get the area that you want to get. The proportion is still the same as in the page. And bam, here you are. Now we can really see the action. We can put a shadow. You have to turn on the shadow right here. And then, excuse me, I had to drink a little bit. And then, bam, here you got your shadow. Also, you could add a border. But let's do a different picture before we do the border. So we're going to grab another kid, this guy right here. And that's Katniss. So we're going to put him like that. We're going to double click it because we want to crop it exactly like we like. So we go in a little bit. All right. Well, let's say we want to really zoom in just on him. And so we can get nice and close on his face and see him. That might be cool. All right. So we say, okay, and there, bam, we got him real close. Let's add a border right there. Again, turn on the border and give yourself a little bit of a border, however much you like. You could round corner it if you want, and then pick a color. Right? On this one also, if you wanted to do the borders or the drop shadow even, you could pick a color, and then you got that. So this one was a shadow, wasn't it? Here you go the color picker, and then you pick whatever color you like, and there. Now you got 2 colors going at the same time. So here we have these pictures, and one is on top of the other. What we could do is arrange them differently. If you want Giuseppe to be on top of Katniss, you could bring just... So here, this is saying let's save. We're not going to save right now because it's going to ask us to, if you hit save, it's going to say, hey, open an account. We don't want to do that yet. We're still working. So you hit don't save. If you want to bring Giuseppe on top of Katniss, you could go like that so you can see the puck. Or if you want to just keep it in the back, go back to there, and put it to the back. And now Katniss, once again, is on top of Giuseppe's picture, right? And once again, I recommend putting a nice little background, something that you like. Let's try that one. That's not the best, is it? Let's do a yellow, whatever. Just for example, that could work out well if you happen to like those colors. So that page is looking good. If you wanted to add a text box, just click anywhere. And now you're back at the main toolbar. Hit text box. Come over here, wherever you can see it. Double click it, and then you could write, these guys rock. Right? Now the default size of this, I always like to close the text box because we're not going to write anything else. The default size of the text, if you look at the format text, is always 24. So if you want it bigger or smaller, you're going to have to pick. We go a little bit smaller. We pick a color that, is going to be cool. You pick a different font. We were going with the Firecat, right? I don't think, is there a bold? No, that's about it. Firecat. But now looks, you got a red circle means that's too big for the text box. So you're going to have to make it smaller, right? Now I would even go smaller because it's underneath the picture, so that's no good. Okay, so these guys rock. There we go. I like it. Let's go to the next page. Here we are. Now we got a double spread. So we could do a layout. If you hit the layout button, anything with the X means picture. You see all the X's, like here, right? You can go like that. And whatever, if you see an X right there, that means add a picture in the big one or whatever. Now, if you do Command Z, that does the undo. So maybe we didn't want to do that. In this layout, check this out. Let's go back to layouts. Here is a big X, which means you're going to have a really big picture and two little pictures on top of it. So let me just show you how that works. Let's just use this one big one because it kind of fits what we're doing. And then you can pick these little guys to kind of go there, right? So that's kind of nice. If you want to move it around, double click. You move your crop. Get it exactly how you like. All right, looking good right there. All right, that's looking good. And then in here, where you see Charlie, you definitely want to kind of zoom in. Let's get right up on his face so we could, see him. And then here is that Charlie again? It does look like Charlie one more time. He's really skating hard, so we want to make sure we get that whole image of him skating. All right, looking good. So there. Now we got two little insets of Charlie. So that's a nice page. And then just keep dragging and dropping. Again, if you want to add a border, turn it on, do your size, pick a color, and off you go. You can do it for each and every one. If you want to add the shadow, turn it on, make it big so you can see it, pick your color, and off you go. In this case, we don't need a background color because this whole image is covering the page all the way across. I will just warn you that this book is a perfect bound book, so that gutter in the middle right here is going to not be seen. So Henry right here and whoever's back there in the middle, they are going to get eaten up by the spine. So this image, is not going to be the best image on this kind of a book because it is a perfect bound book. We have lay flat books that you could do this kind of thing, but in a perfect bound book like this is, the pages will go into the spine and you won't see that image right there that's in red. So you got to, be aware of that. So there we go. But let's just move on. On our next page, just keep adding, just keep throwing pictures out there and doing whatever it is you like. If you want to put images, you could go images, use this button to go back. If you have an image that you want to add, you could do that like from your computer. You could just drag and drop it in there. But I'm going to do Command 0. So you got these two guys. Add your text. It's all going to look good. Now let's say, I think you should be able to work through the whole book right now. Just dragging and dropping your images. The way I made this book actually was all the kids had their own page. I have multiple pictures of each kid. I created a page for each one, and then off I went. And don't forget, I put a background color in there, and it just looked really sharp. The book was really nice. And then let's pretend that we are finished. You can do a preview of this. You could hit the preview button, and now you can use these arrows to kind of look through your book and see the beautiful project that you've created. And you still have a chance to edit it. This is telling you how much money it's costing you, and you could go straight to the basket if you want. Right now we have 20 pages. We did not put 20 pages worth of pictures there, but that's okay. So we're going to go back to continue editing, and now you could just keep on working. Or let's say you have to save your project because you ran out of time and you have to go do something. If you don't already have an account, if you have an account, you just sign in. It's going to save it. So when you come back and you sign in next time, it will remember you will start right where you stopped. Or you're going to have to create an account so that we know exactly where you stopped. And when you log in next time, obviously you'll be able to go straight to your project. But for our purposes right now, we're not going to sign in quite yet. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in the basket. We're pretending that we finished, and we're going to go to the basket. And it's going to ask us again, sign in or give us your account details, sign up for an account. Okay, well, you guys are going to sign up for an account, and it's going to look like that. And you put in your password info and all that kind of stuff, and then you'll create your account. I already have one, so I'm just going to go like this, and we're going to go like this, and boom. Here we go. Now, we have some things that could be fixed. There's a lot of pages that are empty. It says empty page. Here we have some empty picture boxes. You might want to fix those before you print your book. It's just giving you fair warning. That's one issue. If we go back to page 1, and let's say we go to this, and we go to format text, and let's blow it up to, let's say 26. Now you see there's a red circle. If we try to check out, right, there's something that must be fixed. This is different. You cannot go forward unless you fix this. The text box overflows, right? So if you don't fix it, it's not going to let you print. So you got to go and check it out. Here you go. You see, there's a red circle right there, the caution symbol. You come back here. The text box overflows. You make it size 11. Now it fits, and you could go to the checkout. Okay, these could be fixed, so you choose whether you want to fix it or not. If the project has things that should be fixed, well, no, I'm going to keep going. Here we go. What's our name? We're just going to call it Hockey, Hockey. That's the name of our project for later. Oh, there's already one. Hockey 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, cool. Now we're going to the shopping cart. Here we go. Survey says, all right. So this put it in the shopping cart. If you look up here, here we can just continue shopping. That just takes us right back to the home page. If you look at the shopping cart, there's a 1 in there. It means we have one thing in there which we need to do something with. And let's check out. We want to buy the book. So here we are at our page. We're going to do a quantity of 1. If you change it to 2 or more, it's just going to update the quantity, and then it will charge you exponentially based on your how many you're going to print. In your case, you get to print 1 for free. So you just hit 1. It's going to be $14 until you enter your gift code, and then it will be 0. So we got 1 book, $14 on the text. It's going to look awesome. We continue. You could pick it up at our location, or you can choose this option in which you're going to get overnight delivery if you need it right away, or it's going to go on UPS or FedEx, however you choose. So let's say you're just going to pick it up. You're going to come by the shop, say hi to me, and pick up your book. And now here it is. Your total is $14. Here's your address. It's coming back over here. We're going to enter a product code. This is one that will not be live after too much longer, but it's called Feel Free, and yours will be whatever it is on your flyer. you hit redeem, and now look, there's no cost to this. So that's great. And then you will confirm your order. If you didn't have a code, let's remove the code. You're still going to have a cost there. And when you confirm your order, it's going to go to the credit card page. Well, we don't necessarily want that. So we put in our code, and it goes redeem. And now it's 0. So when we confirm our order, we don't have to enter a credit card. Here it is, your order number is, it's important to keep that. You could print this page out so you have your order number. But when you hit continue, an email will come to you that will tell you your order number as well, a confirmation. And now, there you go. The book will be on its way. As soon as we print it and pack it and ship it, you will get your book. You could come and pick it up, or it will be shipped to you however you choose. Thank you for paying attention. Please email me, phil@harmonpress.com. If you have any questions, call the shop. The number is right up here. You can, if you look down here, you could contact us for any questions. We invite you to come by. Like I said, create your project online. Come by, open it up here in our lobby, and we can help you with it, give you ideas. We're really excited about the book for you. Please give us your feedback because we want to make this as user-friendly as possible. We want you to have a great experience, but mostly we want you to have a great product. We want you to keep this product forever, give it to your kids so they can keep it forever and show their kids and so on. And this was a photo book, right? There are other, I'm going to create tutorials for all the other products, but once you know how to create a photo book, all the other products are going to be basically the same. And so you already have that knowledge, and you're going to be way ahead of the game. Good job. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.